This troper is Gus Zagarella, and I'm an arch nemesis dad.
This troper is Meg Juden, and I'm bullying a dragon.
And this troper is Henry Galley, and I'm a whoopee.
And welcome to Troper Fails, the show where we revisit the Troper Tales archive and see how people in the late 2000s were applying fictional tropes to everyday life.
And it always works. Try it today.
Gotta say, it feels good to be back.
Don't call it a motherfucking comeback when we never left the room. Except we did, actually. We
Demonetized.
We literally did...
We left the country and then came back and then left, and we're in Australia right now. Gus isn't, but Meg and I are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to flee to Mexico because of reasons. Anyway, we're back with some Troper Tales to turn into fails.
Yes.
And I'm not going to jails, so let's get into it.
Hell yeah. So I've gathered some...
Let's go off the rails.
Yeah. And throw ourselves into some garbage pails. All right. So... I've gathered some absolute bangers today. These are going to be great.
Yes.
But before we jump in, 2 pieces of housekeeping. Piece number 1, just for everyone who was concerned, Gus didn't actually get told by a doctor that he couldn't
we noticed that a
watch
lot of you were concerned. It was a bit of what we in the biz call hyperbole.
Yeah, that was a fictitious little joke for the video. So thank you for all the concern, but no, Dr. Michael Morbius did not tell Gus that he couldn't watch
Gus's
Smile.
heart is fine. We don't need to raise money for him, but if you would like to join the Patreon, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That will like make me feel good in my heart if you join the Patreon. But it's not necessary for me to survive.
Well, that'll be a real TV tropes / funny aneurysm moment if Gus dies of a heart attack when these cringy tropes start hitting him.
Don't Jujutsu Kaisen me and curse me for that.
Right. And the other piece of housekeeping, one of the reasons we haven't been quite as regular with our group uploads is because we've all been super busy with stuff. First and foremost, Kingmaker, Meg's incredibly exciting, highly anticipated audio drama, which both Gus and I have wrote for and voice acted in too. People are loving it so far.
So Gus will put links to that in the description. And listen, guys, your kings, they're gonna get maked. Love that bit. No spoilers, but love that bit where they said it's Kingmaker time and they made everyone king. I stole that from a YouTube comment. You know who you are. I love you.
That was my favorite bit too.
Yo, we making kings out here.
My kings maked.
In all seriousness, it's a really good show. If you like the idea of a absurd, gory, ridiculous, steampunk, fantasy, weird fiction thing, and you don't have to mess around with any podcatchers here. We won't get in the Google searches the where to watch less morgue.
Yeah, nobody's gonna have to ask where to watch less morgue.
Yeah, you can watch it right here.
Make right on YouTube.
Whoa. That's enough of that. Unmakes your king.
All right, that's it.
And now we enter the world of tropes. Is everyone ready?
The trope zone.
As I
yes.
will never be.
So,
gamer farts incoming.
No, we're not sitting on
because we
chairs
don't have
this
leather
time.
chairs. If there are any farts, we have just farted.
Too late. Brace for maximum gamer fart impact.
We are hopped up on G Fuel. Death is imminent. And appropriately, we begin with a lightning round, starting with dissonant laughter.
Oh, beautiful.
Now,
Me.
I only have one trope for this, but... Sorry, one, trope or tale for this, but it is so bizarre that I just thought, this is quintessentially TV tropes.
I'm cackling already.
So
my Joaquin Phoenix Joker disease is flaring up real bad.
So we begin with...
That's an example of dissonant laughter itself.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, this troper frequently spars with his friends using a variety of swords, pole weapons, and unarmed moves. And whenever the action gets intense enough, he just can't help but cackle madly. It's just tons of fun. Though the ones on the other side of it don't always think so. It's not mocking, really. Only on Troper Tales would something start with, yeah, so I spar with my friends using a variety of swords, pole arms, and sometimes unarmed moves.
I gotta imagine that like there are no more muggers left in his city because his laughter and proficiency with many types of weapons and martial strikes has destroyed all of them.
He is now known as the Joker.
We do know that the mugger is the natural enemy of the Troper.
Yeah.
They run into them at an inordinate rate.
It's like a snake and a mongoose.
Yes.
Ricky Ticky Troper.
Ricky Ticky Troper.
Ricky Tropey Tavi.
Oh, Morty, I'm Pickle Ricky Ticky Tavi.
No!
This got so bad so quickly. All right. Next we have, does this make me look fat? And the one reply is just yes. I have to appreciate the honesty.
The honesty of it.
I love this.
Oh my god.
Right. And now we're into one that is a little bit more beefy.
Oh, I can see it, and I'm scared.
Yeah, it's Dressed to Kill.
Like the movie.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, like the movie that hasn't aged spectacularly.
So this is when somebody wears like an outfit when they're gonna do violence, right? Like a cool, violent outfit?
Well, yeah, isn't it like when you're like a violent person who like dresses classily, like Agent 47 or like John Wick?
Or like whoever these tropers are.
I'm too busy having sex to look these up.
Have sex.
Poop my pants, poop my
tent,
tent,
my tent.
This troper put on a black suit with a black dress shirt and read the one day for a school event and had people watching their step around him all day. One person even told him that he looked evil, which this troper, naturally, took as a compliment.
I love TV tropes people. I love how they all just want to come off as like unhinged and like psycho for hire and like I would kill you, but they're all like
big mafia.
All of
TikTok
these people
energy.
are like mafia TikTok is the natural evolution of the troper, I think. Because all of the people that were on TV tropes and making these posts now, they're like 30 and they have jobs and they're depressed. Not me though.
I don't have a job.
I don't have a job. I'm 30 and unemployed, and I'm thriving.
Yeah.
It is just so funny that, like, all of these people are, like, they'll take a social situation where, like, yes, everyone avoided me and said I looked like an evil monster who would destroy society, and this was the best day of my life.
Yeah.
I just gotta appreciate that about them.
It's such a, like, Power from Chainsawman thing of everyone is avoiding me. I think it's because they fear me.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
That must be why people are keeping their distance.
And it's not because I'm the type that seldom flushes shits.
Yeah, not because I wore a tuxedo to school and have a weird crotch smell. It's because I'm terrifying.
Oh, Power would have been such a troper back in the day.
Power is like 80% of that happened is like stuff that Power would do.
She's now in the thumbnail of this video.
Power was banned from all the anime conventions because she paddled someone so hard they combusted.
Yeah, she yaoi paddled somebody so hard that they just like split apart into individual atoms.
The paddle looked like a burnt matchstick afterwards. The top was just gone and
Yeah.
smoke was coming off of it.
I was there. I was the paddle.
Yeah, that was Kabeni's car. Next we have, when I'm in a suit, I do not relax. My gut is sucked in, my posture is perfect, and I do not blink constantly. This has the unintended side effect of making me look and walk like a mafioso. In fact, once I wore my suit as a grater on orientation day, and I don't know, that's probably an American school thing.
Yeah.
And I had this wonderful dialogue between a freshman and myself. Quote, "Hey, you're not like a mobster, are you?" This guy, "What? No, why do you ask?" "I don't know, you just kind of struck me as one." Q, my friend, is at the student life office coming up to me. He is older and has a heavy Italian accent. "My boy, do we have a new recruit? Be sure to give him a good welcome into the family." Freshman's face goes pale. I swear to God I won't tell. What an over-under on this having happened.
All right, this didn't come together at the end. You might think that grater was a misspelling of greeter, but I think that this guy was an actual cheese grater, which in mafioso parlance is somebody who slowly tortures someone until they get all the juicy information out of them, otherwise in the business known as the cheese.
That was my favourite bit in Goodfellas when they called him the grater.
And then they grated all over them.
Yeah.
Said it's great in time.
I also love this because, like, real mafia guys don't dress like that every day.
No, not since
Like,
the 50s.
when I think of a mafia guy, I think of, like, Tony Soprano in his, like, track tacks and wife beater with a gold chain. I think about somebody who looks like our old landlord.
Yeah, I feel contrary to this guy's thing, like, the gut is a quintessential part
Oh,
of
yeah,
being
no,
a mafioso.
absolutely. Absolutely.
All of those guys have dad bods.
I also love how, like, not only does he suck in his gut, he specifies, like, I do not blink constantly, which means he's not taking the action to blink in a constant manner. So he just isn't blinking.
He just isn't blinking.
He just looks like Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter. Like, I can see why people would be threatened by this guy, but not in a mafia way.
Yeah, I would see this guy and think, are you a robot? Are people at this school gonna Stepford Wives me?
When I try to dress nicely, I leave my gut all the way out and I blink constantly.
I dismember myself, just intestines. I don't know,
All of my
disemboweled,
guts.
just hanging out, being like, I'm with the mafia.
Guts out.
And funny,
Eyes closed. I am forcibly removed from the Olive Garden.
I'm a degrader!
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the grabber.
My family owns this town.
He
It
ripped
collapses in
and grabbed his eyelids off, and that's why he doesn't blink enough.
He ripped and grabbed the
Exactly.
freshman's face off. Please watch Gus's black phone video. It's one of the best things ever created.
Grab a for the black phone, see it in theaters forever. It's never leaving. Shut up.
Yeah, at my personal theatre, where nobody's allowed to leave, the black phone just plays constantly. And if people want to leave, I'm like, oh yeah? When's your birthday? And if they tell me wrong, I'm like, fuck, what's that thing he says? I was
really
starting to like you,
Finny.
And they'll go, my name's not Finny. And I'll be like, well, you'd get
And
that
then you
joke
stick
if
the
you paid
dog on
attention
him.
to the film.
See, what I like to do personally with my black phone showings is that I trap people down in my basement and leave the black phone running, and then I have the room actually covertly be a black phone themed escape room. So unless they pay attention to the film, they won't be able to like use all of that knowledge to create an escape plan. Because I'm being the grabber, and I'm putting them in the naughty boy game.
Yeah, that's the thing. Most of those fools, they think, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm just going to run out. We're all waiting there, shirtless with belts on the outside.
I love the
They
idea.
just lost the naughty boy.
I love the idea of like using the Black Phone movie as an instruction for the Black Phone escape room, because I feel like you'd just be like, well, why didn't Finny do that? Of the like 20 times that he had a chance to escape but didn't, and then you would just do that and you would escape.
We're haunted by the black phone.
We're the only people that still think about it.
What I love about all of this is that, like, you know, some people think, like, oh, well, there's no way that I'll be trapped in the basement of a grabber wannabe today. But I have to answer, today's the day, motherfucker!
Okay, guys, we need to stop, because if when the three of us start talking about the Black Phone, we do not stop.
Welcome to Black Phone Fails! The show where we talk about the movie The Black Phone.
I kid you not, people at phone. People at phone? No!
People at phone. But who was people at phone?
I'm moving on before it takes us over. Sometimes this trooper is required to wear a suit when he visits my grandparents' house.
When he visits my grandparents'
Wait, what? Is that how it's phrased?
Yeah, alright, let me read that again. It's the weird, like, third-person thing of TV tropes. So
me when meet my grandparents' house.
sometimes this troper is required to wear a suit when he visits my grandparents' house. He's 6 feet and has somewhat thuggy face when disgruntled, which is always during summer times. So along the way, people either looked at me intimidated or somewhat in awe. As for the latter, apparently my dad thinks I either look like a thug or a Catholic priest. Sure, ellipsis. I don't know what the fuck to say to that.
I don't know what to say to that either. I just love that they are describing the troper that goes to their grandparents' house.
Hey, all I gotta say is thug, Catholic priest, same thing. Same thing to me.
Fair enough. Next,
Same thing to me.
This is a troper who's called Edgy.
Oh,
literally,
wow!
His name is Edgy. An unprecedented
Oh, it's the
level
famous
of
Edgy!
self-awareness. My beloved Edgy. Edgy and a friend of his were on their way to our wedding they didn't want to go to, in Disney World. It helped that they both had ponytails, sunglasses, and were talking about The Godfather while the friend was having a smoke by a dog.
Beautiful. I love it.
All of these are mobster ones.
Yeah, like
All
I
of these
said,
are
the
then we
natural
became
evolution
mobsters.
of these guys is the mafia TikTok.
These are the guys who like watch Breaking Bad, love it, but don't get it.
These are the Gus Fring
It's
kinnies.
true. It's
Yeah,
true.
these are. If I got cancer, I would. It's that Chelsea Peretti thing. It's like,
Yeah.
a lot of guys say, I think if I got cancer, I'd become a meth kingpin. No, you'd probably just die of cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are probably the Skylar White anti-fans.
Oh God, yeah. Poor Anna Gunn.
She's Skylar White, yo.
Yeah.
She's Walter White's wife, yo.
Damn it. This troper is a girl. So when on her choice, wore a suit to a wedding, set the children off. I have been told to emote more, but can't bring myself to. My cousin ran to their mother, asking where the real me went, and what the evil version did to her. Some parents were worried, but for a different reason. Yeah, this girl is 100% gay now.
Yeah.
Wait, also set the children off? Like laughing, crying?
I don't think this one's real because I can't imagine a world where children would be that upset by an adult or in this case a slightly older child wearing a suit to a wedding. Because, kids will wear Spider-Man pajamas to the supermarket. They don't give a shit what people are wearing.
Oh, what if the kids looked at her?
Yeah, this
though?
one's just confusing.
What if they looked at her and was like, oh shit, it's Evelyn Marcus from the Resident Evil TV show.
Oh my God!
She's gonna be cringe.
Oh no, she's gonna... Crazy!
Needs to stop.
Thinking about the way the heartbreak changed me. Maybe.
Why did any of you want this show back? Alright, so next we have dual wielding, of which there is one entry that is just, I do this all the time, period, with knives, period.
Okay. The famous dual-wielding knife troper.
I was, like, years and years ago, I was talking about an episode of Game of Thrones to Meg, and there was one character in it played by Bern Gorman. And I was like, Bern Gorman's in it. His character fights with two knives.
And I
for
just
some
started
reason,
laughing really hard.
It gave Meg some dissonant laughter.
Yeah.
The thing I always think about with, the phrase dual wield when I think about, this time period is parking lot Kingdom Hearts.
I always think of you using dual wielding for whenever, something has pissed you off to the extent that you're doing, the double bird. I think that's what dual wielding is on this channel.
I always think about this one Tumblr post that was like, you could dual wield with different weapons, which would be even cooler than dual wielding with two of one weapon. I mean, dual wielding with two guns, pretty cool. Dual wielding with a gun and a sword, epic. Dual wielding with a gun and a flamethrower, the entire battlefield desires me carnally.
I love that.
That's good. I love Tumblr.
It's so good. Yeah, go check out our Tumblr writing tip series. We've done 2 of them because they're just so good from there. Next, it's really funny that you guys earlier said that the weird platonic ideal of a troper is evil.
Yeah.
So
it's
appropriately,
true. Yes.
The next few are all evil tropes.
Oh yeah.
Starting with even evil has standards. And this goes to some wild places.
Oh my god, I'm not ready.
Alright, we'll start off mild. This'll ease you in, very mild one. Though this troper calls himself a troll, he usually only targets small name big egos. He also doesn't bash people based on looks unless they have already done the same to someone else.
What a gentleman.
A real anti-hero, the Batman of Troper Fails.
The Michael
truly.
Morbius
Yeah.
of Troper Fails.
The line between hero and villain has been blurred.
Heroes don't troll people, but I do.
The hero we don't deserve and the hero we don't need.
This is a slight tangent, but the trailer for Black Adam is the funniest thing. It is such a peak,
Heroes don't kill people. I do.
And just the fact that the tagline is the world asked for a hero, they got Black Adam.
And okay, guys, I found out recently that The Rock is in DC Super Pets as Black Adam.
Of course.
He also plays Superman's dog.
So The Rock is just now fully this character.
Yeah.
He has entered into the like, comic book movie craze hard as Black Adam, the character who you will now know as being The Rock and being the reason why everything's about Black Adam now.
He's kind of the David Pumpkins of the DC universe.
You really went all in on Black Adam.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. Black Adam is going to be the biggest thing. Hashtag Black Adam versus the Grabber. It's going to happen.
Black
it's going to be
Adam
the
sweep.
biggest movie.
Yeah, Black Adam sweet.
It's going to be the
Adam
second movie to
sweep.
win to make a more billion dollars at the box office. That's what I think.
A Black Adam $1 million.
Yeah, you would think there would only be one, but no, another movie is going to make even more billion things.
I mean, they're both just iconic legends of their respective franchises, and both really blur the line between hero and villain like never before.
Yo, wait a second. Why was I saying Black Adam versus Grabber? The title of the movie is The Black Adam's Phone.
Oh my god.
So, next, Evil Has Standards. This is more along the line of perverse sexual lust has standards.
What?
Oh no, that trope where it's like inanimate object crushes, or wait, no, not it's liking fictional characters is what it used to be called. It used to be called perverse sexual lust.
I do just
some
love
reason.
how there is such a number of different tropes that the mods had to be like, we can't allow this.
Yeah.
Like, they had to go in and like nuke them.
Or at the very least change their names.
Yeah. Anyway, this troper is shameless when it comes to the celebrities he finds hot or sexy, and pleads guilty to 3 or 4 cases of jailbait weight.
Oops!
He does, however, draw the line at the intrusiveness of the paparazzi, and won't even think twice about refusing the temptation to look at any sleazy photos or videos that invades privacy.
What a gentleman.
This is such a, like, why did you self-report like this?
At least he'll only look on underage girls who leak their own fucking, like, what the fuck? What? This doesn't make you the hero, man.
I mean, I guess there's the degree of self-awareness where he's like, yeah, evil, but I'm evil with standards.
Yeah.
Listen, if a barely legal hottie shows me her feet, I'm okay with it. But if I see someone else post her feet, that's no good.
That's sick. You should be in a mental institution. God damn it.
You should be in a mental jail. You should be in a psionic mind prison created by me.
Moving the fuck on from Evil Has Standards, we have... Because we'll probably have some extra time in this, given I imagine we've needed to cut at least a little bit of grabber out of this. We have Evil Laugh. So
Okay.
this will involve me getting a bit of performance, so...
Do you guys want to, like, quickly do some evil laughs real quick?
Oh, okay, alright, Gus.
I think that'd be really
Gus,
fun.
what would be your evil laugh? It's a good one. Meg, your evil laugh. That's a good one.
Oh, Jesus
That was mine.
Christ, that
Holy
waveform.
shit!
That waveform
Oh, God.
was terrifying. Holy shit.
I literally had a smile moment where I'm like, that's not in the recording.
Next to you.
And Henry, you were just next to me and you were like, Gus!
I'm so sorry. Anyway, so now that you've heard our dank evil laugh, so you can make fun of those all you like in the comments.
Or sample them into a weird meme video. It's your choice. That audio's out there.
I fucking hate that the fucking thumbnail of this is going to be the grabber and power. Anyway, so this troper, just to fuck with people, sometimes uses one. Once I accidentally did a perfect Hamill Joker laugh. I've never done it again. Sad face.
I can relate to that. That one might be me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And, like, you know how much people at this time aspired to be anything like the Joker? So everyone's around him and they're like, do the laugh. And he's like, I can't summon it. So he just tries to play it off.
It's like how Neil Newman can't reliably do the Heisenberg voice all the time. My theory is that sometimes some of these characters are just like demons that possess the actors for a second.
Yeah, like, I completely lost Florida Man after recording that episode of Less is Morgue.
Yeah, he's never gotten Florida Man back.
We've all got our private venoms that just, like, enter us, and we never knew what hit them because we got hit with the venom.
Yeah.
We did.
You never know what hits them when they get hit with the venom.
Nah.
Alright, so next we have, sometime during puberty, this troper picked up a malevolent-sounding snicker that sounds very like the purse part of Lahal's evil laugh. I didn't check what that was. When I realized who I sounded like when I laughed, I decided to develop it a bit. Now I have a simple but terrifying that I can turn on and off and completely, quote, scare the bejesus out of people whenever I want to, which I proved is possible because I did that to Gus.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, that sounds just like Laharl. I'll be honest with you. That sounds
Classic
exactly
Laharl.
like
Classic
Laharl.
Laharl. You know what he's like.
It's happened to my buddy Lahal.
Leave a comment down below with the phrase "classic Laharl" in it, and describe a classic Laharl
Yeah,
moment.
what are one of those things that, when you saw something done and you just thought, oh, that's so Lahal. Hashtag classic Lahal.
That's so Laharl. It's the evil laugh I can hear.
God damn it.
This is the most Laharl video I've ever been a part of. Thank you.
Oh, God. This troper does the traditional mwahahaha laugh when forced to do chores. It got to her family after a while, and after her chore load has gotten a lot lighter since, the victory in itself called for some evil laughter. That's just bizarre.
Why is your family that way, Troper?
This one is also Power from Chainsawman.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It really
Just
is.
imagine being so annoying that the people you live with are like, no, you don't have to take the garbage out. If you're gonna be like that,
So
don't. Just
do less
don't bother.
chores. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Stop it.
We're begging you. This troper saves her real laughter for when she's watching her favorite anime, Gundam 00.
Is that a really funny anime,
More
Gus?
specifically, the parts in which things are blown up and or people dying particularly gruesome deaths. But
Why
don't
are
tell
all
her
of these
psychiatrist that. Yeah.
Why are all of these power?
Power, the ultimate troper.
Power
We've
Chainsaw
discovered
Man is
this.
a
Power.
troper.
It's
R.I.P.
true.
Wait,
It's
no.
true.
Oh,
my
I can't
God.
say that one. That's a spoiler.
Yep. All right. Okay, next we have this troper's organ teacher, a 6.5-foot tall Englishman. I could fully believe this is like the troper who teaches them about organs. Wait,
Yeah,
6 foot tall in English, teach about organs? This is Rich. This is Jasper's
God,
character
this
Rich
is
from
Rich.
Less is More.
This is Dr. Richard Bates. He's here.
Oh my god. And it gets more so.
Put him on the screen, guys.
After showing him around the place and then leaving,
I see him.
suddenly turned around,
my editing brain.
boomed, "Welcome to the madhouse," and let loose an evil laugh that the most villainous dream of being able to do. I think my parents would pull me out of those classes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what's really funny? Both the idea that this is like Richard Bates, who is like, you know, teaching them how to dissect, teaching them about organs, but also the idea that this is a guy with a big old-fashioned like pipe organ, and he just does the classic da-na-na, da-na-na,
He's playing, like,
every time
Phantom
they
of the
enter the room
Opera
for a lesson.
on this thing. I'm just picturing Alain de Botton with an organ now.
What a weird man.
Imagine somebody playing a pipe organ, but they have like a juice popper of cranberry juice on the pipe organ.
Oh my god, it's fucking amazing.
And that's how you show girls that you're quirky.
Yes.
You eat the fish fingers from the children's menu, and you drink the delicious cranberry juice.
And then you play on your organ.
Okay, so this next one is bizarre because it's got a racial component to it.
Oh? Yike!
Like, who would have guessed that you could make this oddly racist? This troper with creepy canine showing smile and hoarse chuckle scared off 3 Mexican punks, all larger than he.
Wow.
Wait, no, sorry. I read that in the wrong voice. Let me go back. This troper, the biggest troper, the best troper, with a creepy canine showing smile and a hoarse chuckle, scared off 3 Mexican punks, all larger than he. Sad. There we go. That's the kind of person who would actually believe that happened.
So a little bit of a world-building background, because this might just come across as just like virulent racism on its own, but the truth is the Mexican punks are a self-identifying gang of club-wielding muggers, among the many that live in Troper
Oh, yeah.
City.
Yeah, Troper City.
And they just happen to be Mexican.
It's not like a, like any sort of like stereotypical thing. It's just that this happens to be one ethnic gang of club-wielding muggers who just go after tropers so they can tell stories online to
Yeah,
make it more
absolutely.
interesting.
No, of course, because that's the thing. In a troper's worldview, these bizarre, like, movie side character, like, things are lurking around every alley, just waiting to, like, sell the, like, hits that tropers give them to give them fuel for
Yeah.
troper tales.
I like to believe that the gang of Mexican punks were the guys, the guys that Esteban hires to make Nacho look cool in Nacho Libre. It's all those burly old dudes with their farming equipment.
Yes.
I was gonna say the three Mexican punks are just the Donald Duck and the two other ones from Caballeros.
God damn it. That's the kind of thing.
And we have the stars to guide us. Troper Tales will find us. Da 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 da.
Last one on this. I just had to read this one just because this is one of the most trope-pilled things I've ever read.
I'm ready.
Yes!
This troper, while at least nominally a neutral good type who is a well-intentioned extremist and Knight Templar at the worst.
How are you...
Wait, finds pulling an evil laugh or 50 quite stress-relieving. The nastier and more psychotic the laugh, the more the release. Quite therapeutic, actually, but his latest therapeutic such laughs have been taking significant, nearly Davros-type omnicidal maniac ambience to them. Thus, he usually does these when people aren't around, but he could be laughing mad before too long.
Laugh. Not even once.
Yeah, the laugh demon is after this guy.
This guy laughed once, and now he's gay and addicted to laughing.
This guy thinks that, his laughter is some secret technique he needs to, practice, a way... he's like, I didn't want to have to use this, but the next time the muggers roll up, he's like...
This exact thing happened to my friend Lahal.
That is such a Laharl moment.
Laharl
moment.
Oh, what is he like?
Hashtag Laharl.
On that note, I think it sounds like someone. So you know how in a movie someone will infiltrate something and have a bad disguise.
Yes.
This sounds like someone who doesn't know a thing about Judaism or Jewish culture, trying to bullshit their way through Hebrew.
Yes.
Instead of Lachaim, it's Lahal, and everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? God, I'm gonna have to Google what the fuck Lahal is after this.
Yeah, if you know
the
what,
funny thing about
what
Laharl,
character that is, please let us know.
Tell us who Lahal is.
Tell
Wrong
us
answers
who Laharl
only.
is. Wrong answers only.
Yeah, exactly. As for everybody else, I just hope that none of you have a horrible day.
Go watch Kingmaker, or listen to Kingmaker, but it is on YouTube, so you can watch it if you like, but the visuals are mostly still.
It's a static image with a film grain overlay.
It's beautiful. It's a great show, and we want to hear what you think of it.
It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cry, it'll make you laugh.
Laharl.
It'll make you Lahal all
It'll
over
be
the
a
place.
real Laharl. That's what it is! Laharl is the sound, it's an onomatopoeia! Laharl, 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 Laharl! Laharl, 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 Laharl! Laharl, Laharl! Laharl, Laharl!